Here we come to this section here. وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ. Scholars say about this is waw al-hal. So the sentence that follows it, it's a jumla ismiya, and this is a hal. The hal of Luqman. So just briefly about a hal is actually a state which describes either the fa'il, maf'ul bihi, na'ib fa'il, so something that's doing an action or something that is receiving an action. You can describe them with a hal. Now the hal is also connected to a verb, in that the fa'il or maf'ul bihi has a verb associated with it. In this case it's qala. Now we'll briefly talk about the hal, the state. Now for example, if we have a sentence, Ja'a Muhammadun Mashiyan. Muhammad came walking. So here Muhammad is the doer. Ja'a Muhammad. So he's performing the action of coming. And then we have Mashiyan. It's mansub and indefinite. And this indicates his state as he is coming. So you notice a few things about the hal. The hal is actually linked to a verb and describes the doer in this case. For example, the verb was transitive and it had a maf'ul bihi, it could describe also the maf'ul bihi. And sometimes both, the fa'il and the maf'ul bihi. Now, what I want to speak about here is when the hal comes as a jumla. So here we have two ayat, the brothers of Yusuf, وَجَاءُوا آبَاهُمْ عِشَاءً يَبْكُونَ. And they came to their father at night weeping. So here, ja'u, this is the doer, them, the brothers. Maf'ul bihi, abahum. So they came to their father. Reached this part of the story, and they're quite similar, and there's differences as well. So notice in the beginning of this ayah, the translation is exactly the same. But when he came to it, In the Arabic, it's different. فَلَمَّا جَاءَهَا فَلَمَّا أَتَاهَا. So we have this verb, جَاءَ and أَتَى, which both mean to come. So the question is, why were different verbs used? قَالَ. This is the third person. Not like Surah Al-Baqarah, which was the first person. قَالَ اخْرُجْ مِنْهَا. So it says قَالَ. He said, get out of paradise. And then what happens in the next verse? This is a harf atf. It's a conjunction. وَيَا آدَمُ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجِكَ. So it's actually a continuation. قَالَ اخْرُجْ وَيَا آدَمُ اسْكُنْ. So both of these commands have been joined together by the conjunction, the waw. So you can actually see the difference in the way it's been presented. The command to Iblis is ma'tuf, or has been joined with the command to Adam and Hawa. So that's one point there. Next point. Okay, this is back to Surah Al-Baqarah. So وَقُلْنَا يَا آدَمُ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجَكَ الْجَنَّةَ وَكُلَا مِنْهَا. In Surah Al-A'raf, it's worded as the following. وَيَا آدَمُ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجَكَ الْجَنَّةَ فَكُلَا مِنْ حَيْثُ شِئْتُمَا. Fa. So one has a waw, and here it's the fa has been used for atf. Okay, now we're going to talk about the difference between Qarya and Medina. Both words are used for a town or a city. And we'll find two instances in the Qur'an where the same city is once referred to as Medina and once to Qarya. And one of these instances is in Surah Kahf, and the other is in Surah Yasin. So we'll discuss both of them, inshallah. Now, let's have a look at the section in Surah Kahf. Next thing we have is this an that follows nudiya, and this is called an al-mufassira. We'll explain what this particle is and how it's used, and then continue on with the lesson, inshallah.